Hello and welcome. My name is April Ray, CEO and founder of the Introvert Mogul Studios. Welcome to another edition of iMogul TV, where we talk about a little bit of beauty, a little bit of business, and a little bit of branding. And today we are going to talk about beauty because I love me some beauty. And you know, I'm a girl. I like looking good. So anyways, stay tuned. All right, thank you for coming back. I am super excited to introduce to you one of my most favorite beauty regimens, my favorite beauty secret, one of the things that I will never be without, and it has to do with facial exercise. Now, I know that there's a lot of other facial exercise programs on the market. To be honest, I don't know anything about those because the very first one I found was several years ago when I was 33. And that was the one I stuck with. I didn't look anywhere else. I was searching in my own mind when I was 33 because I was noticing some changes in my face. That was a really interesting year for me because a lot of changes were going on. And I also worked out. So I used to lift weights. And I remember thinking, I can do all this stuff for my body and my legs, and I can look really good and build this muscle, and it looks firm and tight. But what about the face? And honestly, I started looking on the internet, and the internet was not as, I'm surprised I found what I found on the internet. But I came across a company by a woman named Deborah Crowley. And she created her own exercise regimen. She was also a bodybuilder back in the late 70s. And she actually had the same question that I did. Why is it that we can do all this stuff to make the body look young, but not for the face? The face has muscles just like the body. As a matter of fact, she said that the muscles are attached to the skin as opposed to the body. The body, your muscles aren't attached to the skin, but the face, it is. That's why we can smile and we can make all these faces and gestures or whatever. So that even more so was her reason for saying, yeah, if you build the muscles in your face, that should help to lift and firm the look of your face and make the contours look like your youthful contours. So she created FlexEffect, and this is the training log. Let me show you her program here. Facial resistance training. And hers was unique because, like I said, there's a lot out there. They do kind of like yoga training for the face or pressure point training. She does facial training for the muscles underneath the skin. You're building muscle underneath the skin to lift your face when you start sagging, because we go flat in here with our cheek area. So she created an exercise to help with fine lines and wrinkles, wrinkles in the forehead to help firm the forehead. She really, I'm amazed because I don't think she was in a science major. I just know that she was a bodybuilder, but I don't think she was, in the physical fitness science kind of study, but she did her work and she came out with this amazing product. And I am so very thankful because I'm going to be 48 in 4 days. Not happy about that, but hey, it happens. That's why I've always been a beauty fanatic. And I'm always like, okay, I'm always growing and I'm building my business, and I want to be able to look good for as long as I can while I'm doing these things. So that's why I'm all into beauty, skincare and health and all this kind of stuff. Fitness, lately not so much. I really need to get back on the bandwagon with that one, but that's a whole nother story. But to be able to still look healthy and somewhat youthful to me while I'm growing and I'm building the things that my heart's desire, this was really something that I was thankful for. So basically, she created, let's start from the beginning. Like I said, I started when I was 33. She has exercises that help build the cheek muscle, basically the whole muscle of all the muscles in the face, including the scalp, which is a really big, it really makes a difference when you help to keep your scalp firm because it lifts everything up in the face. And if you notice, in which I really never even gave it any thought, but I will show you the picture of the facial diagram, that we do have muscles in the face, okay, even around the eyes. So we can keep our eyes firm and wider and tighter and keep our brow lifted simply by building the muscles and the surrounding muscles. She says you don't want to spot exercise. You don't want to just build one area because you say, oh, well, my cheeks look like they're sagging, or I'm seeing sagging here, and all you do are exercise for that, because you have to understand that all the muscles of the face are connected. So your chin is connected to your jaw, and your jaw is connected to your cheek, and there's all these different muscles, and they're all connected. And as far as I'm concerned, it worked. I'm not going to lie and say that in my family, aging is a little slow. I mean, but still, even I noticed at 33, my face was sliding a little bit. I could see the changes in my face. And so once I got a hold of her book, and she has CDs, and actually they've evolved over the years. So the first one that I had, I think that was the very first collection that she came out of exercises, and then she started discovering new ones, so she would add to the collection. So yeah, I think I purchased her very last one, maybe it's the third edition, I think. But to me, I still use the basic exercises. I still do them. Sometimes I don't do them as often, but I do them at least, in the beginning I was doing them every day because that's what she recommended. Now there is a disclaimer with any facial exercise. You've got to take in the structure of your face, the size of your face, the size of your jaw area. A lot of these things, the age in which you start, how much aging do you already have before you started? Because I suggest people start in their 20s. Start in your 20s, because I see a lot of women in their 20s that could pass, that like they're already looking like they're getting into their 30s or 40s or whatever. Not 40s, but you could see that there's sun damage, and there's lines, and there's wrinkles, and there's some sag that I noticed. So the earlier you start, the better, but that does not mean you can't start when you're in your 60s or 70s, because there are plenty of women that have started, and I've seen their testimonials, and they've just completely changed their face. I mean, these people were committed. This is this is not about creams or potions, which you want to use those because it's still, you want to create a good environment for your skin, and you want to take care of your skin, and you want to be able to put all of the products that are necessary, and I definitely do that. But when it comes to the underlying muscle of the skin, that's what keeps the firmness. That's what makes your face look youthful. You have those youthful contours. And there are products that can help that a little bit. You might see a little bit of improvement, but it doesn't last. Using facial exercises, to me, was one of the best investments that I could ever have invested in. I mean, to me, as far as a beauty secret, this is something that I will never stop doing unless I get arthritis, which, knock on wood, I don't plan on getting that. Nobody in my family has it, and I don't plan on getting it. But even still, I would try and think of some kind of way to use these exercises. So she has exercises for the whole face. And she recommends that you don't spot train, meaning you don't just do your cheeks because you notice your cheeks are sagging, because your cheeks are connected to your lower cheeks, which are connected to your forehead. Everything is connected. So sometimes people can get in trouble, or they can see like they're having some sort of weird reaction or weird look to their face because they're trying to just spot train. And you got to realize all the muscles in your face are connected. She has exercises for the neck, for the jaw area, for the chin, for the lips, to make the lips fuller, for your eyelids. Now, to me, my biggest challenge have always been my lower lids, but I think they would have been worse had I not found her program. It's not an expensive program. I will put all of her information in here, from here, so you know how to get a copy of her program. I'll give you the information to her website, and I will put it in the description box below. But I just wanted to share with you FlexEffect. Now, one of my favorite exercises, and like I said, I do everything, but is the forehead area, for forehead lines, and to keep this area firm, and it also lifts up your brow area. And basically, it's just putting pressure on your forehead, pulling down, and then lifting up with your eyebrows. that's just one. I'm not going to demonstrate all the exercises. You definitely need to get her program. Definitely pick up her CD. She even has one of her products comes with a little log, a training log, so you can document, you know, what you're doing and when you're doing. You can keep track of the exercise that you're doing, what exercises work best for you and which don't, because she has different variations for the same exercises. And I think that helps because, like I said, we all have different structure in our face. Yeah, and they also for the neck. Now the neck is getting challenging. The neck is a challenging area. And I need to do more neck exercises as I'm getting, you know, into my late 40s now, apparently. I definitely have to start paying more attention to my neck. And before, I'll be honest, I didn't do a whole lot of neck exercises because, you know, I didn't, you know, we often neglect something that we don't see that there's something wrong, but we want to maintain that look, that youthful look. We need to start using these exercises. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I will give you all the details. You've got to get this program. It's an amazing program, and it will be with you for the rest of your life. You will want to use it for the rest of your life. I know some days, like I'll notice my face is looking a little tired, and I will do a few of the exercises in the book, and I look rejuvenated again. So this is an amazing, I can't say enough about it. I love it. I'm glad I started it back when I was 33, way back then, and I will never be without it. All right, so that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe because we got a lot of cool stuff that I'm going to share with you. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again for joining me, and bye-bye for now.